A few reflections from a Zine library conference that I attended almost about 2 weeks ago. This was an in-person conference, an unconference, but they had a few hybrid sessions that they offered that were virtual. And I ended up doing some soft facilitation for the virtual space. They needed someone a few days before the conference, to welcome folks into the space, remind folks of like the acknowledgments and agreements to be in the space. Some light, again, like soft facilitation of like following up with questions, making sure that folks, were engaged, checking in with any tech issues, if everybody could hear, things like that. So I had no problem with doing that. And it was actually fun and was a way for me to network, which is one of the reasons that I attended this conference. Some of the other folks that attended this conference were folks in academia who had Zine libraries a part of like their library spaces. There were community members, that were interested in zines, but then there were also folks that organized like zine festivals that attended also, which I thought was pretty cool, and a few folks that had like zine printing presses. Some of the sessions that I attended was the zine instruction session. So this was one of the hybrid sessions. And in that session, they talked about basically how do you facilitate and teach folks, how to construct a zine cataloging. So again, like if you have like a library or a space that has a lot of zines, how you catalog those, and then zines and outreach. So I attended this conference for a few different reasons. One, because zines are part of one of the residencies that I'm in right now, completing a zine. But then two, it reminded me of the times that I co-organized the Chicago edition of the Free Black Women's Library, and it just reminded me of the energy of those spaces. Although it was centered on books at that time, zines were a part of those library installations, and thinking more about how I want to distribute my zines in the community, and different ways of doing that.